Good morning. Maybe it's a mid-morning. Is it a mid-morning? It is 9:47. I know, I think I said I was supposed to do this at like 9 o'clock. I'm crooked. I said I was supposed to do this at 9 o'clock, but I'm not. I'm doing it at 9:47 because I'm just not on time. Sorry about that. That's how that's going. So we are here today making omelets. We are building your own omelet. We are working through the Epicure program guide. Today we're looking at page 60, building your breakfast going on. So build your omelet, anything you want. We start out with our protein, eggs, like my jar. So I'm doing my eggs, and I need 2 eggs from a protein. You're looking at it going, okay, questions, Kim. There's 2 eggs in there. Should you only have 1? Questions, Kim. What do you think about 2 yolks compared to 1 yolk? Should I just have egg whites? Like, what do you think about all that? 2 eggs. And I'm not going to answer your question. Alternative milk, liquid, water. Whatever you'd like to use. Yes, you can use milk. Yes, you can use dairy-free alternatives. Yes, you can use water. Ooh, I bet you coconut milk would play really good in here. Probably wouldn't go so well with the whole keep that calorie in check thing, but you could use it as your fat. Think about that. I have 2 eggs. 1 egg yolk is not going to kill me one way or the other. If you have cholesterol issues, and this is a concern for you, I highly suggest you talk to the registered dietitian that you should be dealing with. And if you are not dealing with one, and a doctor has just said to you, hey, you have diabetes, here's what you should do. Go to the registered dietitian. You see them once, they give you a big Bible, and then they send you away. And you're like, I don't know what to do with that. And then you ask the pharmacist, and you ask the grocery people that are putting vegetables up. You ask everybody under the sun. Registered dietitians know what you need to do. 2 eggs. So we want to make an omelet. I'm not using a blender. Why? Because I can use my biceps. Hey, my pop-up video should be arms today. What do you think? Should I do arms? Omelet. Yes? Shaking my eggs. So I've got my measured out milk alternative, eggs going on. I'm going to make that for my omelet. Now, flavor is my thing. I am going to use one of the products in here. The next thing they say is let's add a little bit of healthy fat. So on page 60, they're saying let's add that little bit of healthy fat. They're saying let's look at the feta cheese. So that's what I have is feta cheese. I like flavor. I'm really heavy on the flavor. That is my thing. So I like cheese. I also like really flavorful cheese. So I am going to put a little bit of Nacho Cheese. I'm supposed to measure it. You'll like my measuring. How's that for measuring? Right? Poor Dylan is never going to learn how to cook properly. He's going to have to do everything by taste. Nacho cheese. So now I have nacho cheese in here. So I have my eggs ready to go. I don't have my cheese ready to go. So I have 2 out of my 3 that I'm working with. And again, you want to start with that protein aspect. We're using the eggs. Now for vegetables. You can take any of these recipes, which are fantastic. On this page, they have a French bistro one. And I have feta, but I know the goat cheese is incredible with it. I've had a couple people who said, Kim, have you tried the goat cheese? I'm like, no, because I just sort of have the feta in my fridge. But they have a really good French bistro, and the key to it, honestly, is an onion dip of some sort. Their onion flavoring, for sure, because it goes partners with the onion that they have, so that's a good one. But you can literally take anything you want in here, go back to your page 24, just so you have it. You're going back to your page 24. You're looking at all of your alternatives that you have. So it's saying, okay, if I want to use vegetables in my omelet, what does that look like for me? I chose bell peppers. And I chose onion. Those are what I chose. What else in the veggies? Oh, dark leafy greens. Now, one of the things when we're building this, when we build our omelet, that is one aspect. If I was to put a full plate together with that, I would be looking for a couple more things to complement it. And one of the things that I like to do is the greens underneath my omelet. It puts a little bit of lightness on the greens. It mixes it, the omelet on there mixes it in. So I put greens underneath my omelet. And that's one of the ways I get those extra veggies in there. So you could add greens of any ones. You could add sweeter ones, fibrous ones, whatever ones work for you. So I have added in mine. I've got my onion. I've got my bell pepper going on. And I've got my greens. So I've got these measured out, and I measured them out in my scoop. So that is exactly one measure of the vegetable, which is not as much as we actually think it is. So your alternative is on here. Say I didn't want to use an egg. You could do egg whites. There all are alternatives. There is a tofu alternative as well you can add. There is vegan eggs. Look for them. They're out there. Other lean proteins I could use. I could do a tofu based, right? I could add my beans into there if I wanted to. Split beans are a really good one. I could add, even if I wanted to do a yogurt in there, cottage cheese. I know a lot of people put cottage cheese in there. That's a really popular one. And then our complex carbs that we're looking for. So in this one particular one for the complex carbs we're going to use, I'm going to use my greens as part of my complex carbs. But here's some options for you for your omelet, for your plate. How about, and I'm going to grab it, how about you just add one nice slice of a whole or sprout bread, sprouted grain, one slice of it to your omelet with your greens, and you have your meal. So that would be your whole plate. And that's how you can create your plate through your scoop. So we're going to go back to that 62 so we can, page 60 is where your omelets are. So we're going to cook up our omelet. We're going to add our vegetables in there. Now for me, I'm not really good at the pan thing. It doesn't say to add oil. Your option would definitely be to add an oil to it. I do this all the time. I know, it's strange, but it works. And I like to use the avocado on it. And people are like, ooh, and I'm like, no, it works. It's oil-based. It's oil-based. As soon as that starts to melt down, I didn't get my thing. And here's my trick. So I don't put the egg on first. I make it more like a not in the middle. So I do my veggies on the bottom, the whole thing. And I'm going to fry that up for about 3 minutes here, if that. Gives a little bit of oil to my avocado, puts a little bit of moisture on the bottom of my pan as well. So I'm just cooking up. A little bit of heat into those vegetables. Another really good item to add would be olive. Cutting up some olives, chucking it in there. You get a little bit of that oil going on, just like I'm seeing with the avocado here. And you get some fantastic oil, but you also get a really, really dense color of a bit of a vegetable in there. Avocados are awesome. The greens, the darks, they're beautiful. Okay. So my veggies are just heating up. I am living in the north, true northwest. I'm a full believer that we won't even talk about the pandemic. Full believer in this, adding a little bit extra of that vitamin C to the aspect of my plate as well. So I will be adding my on there. Okay, we're cooking up here nicely. Vegetables are looking nice and heated. Turn that down. I'm going to chuck that on there now. Jars are so easy. I don't know why we have so much stuff in our house. Jars are like, fantastic. So now I've got my little veggie here. I'm going to let that pull away from the pan as it does. I'm going to let that cook. I'm going to flip it over. And then I'm going to add my little nacho cheese and have that cook on the inside of it. So the onion, I've cooked the onion in it. This is a little bit more of a breakdown onion, so it will give a more flavor overall. I just found the onion and the cheese went super, super good together. So this is the 3 onion dip mix. And if you've ever had dip mix that you just buy already done with the, container in the fridge aisle, prepared, don't want to name a brand on it. Way better. What's in this one? Add to egg, salmon, and tuna salad. Oh, I'm going to try the tuna salad. Yep, okay. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on there just to get that dip onion. And just because this is for Dylan and not me, he likes the bacon. So we're going to put a little bit of the CCB, cheese bacon. So he likes that little in there. So I'm mixing it all up this morning. I got a little bit of cheese, CCB, a little bit of onion. Full flavors, that's what it's all about. And I'm just going to pull that. Flip it over right in half. Yep. I'm going to stick my cheese on there. I want it nice and thick so I don't really fluff it down any. Don't push it down any. I just flip it and leave it. Push her all together. And then do one more quarter flip. And it stays in a nice little fluffy. And just, yeah, my little fluffy cook. Yep. I like them thick. One of the things I always find is that we tend to make these really thin, but I like them thick. That's just me. So I do the 1, 2, 3, 4 type thing, and then the cheese gets cooked all the way in there. And then it fits perfectly on my little pile instead of across my whole entire pile. Letting it finish its inside cooking here. Cheese is starting to melt. So there's tons and tons of options with eggs. This is not a breakfast thing. It can be a breakfast thing. It's just what we're used to having. In my culture that I'm used to having is the eggs in the morning, but that's not all the time. You can add those into absolutely everything. I love eggs and rice, just so you know. So omelets can be cooked at any point in time in your day. They are a great source of protein. Looking good. Can add any mixed vegetables in them. I think that spinach is a fabulous thing to cook inside of them for sure. I have eggs all the time. What amount of eggs should you have? That depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your cholesterol levels. It will depend on your medical background. There's many people that probably shouldn't eat a lot of eggs because they tend to be higher in cholesterol. And yes, the cholesterol is coming from a certain area of the egg. But if you are not that person and you work out and you have no egg issues going on, no cholesterol, I see no problem with eggs. I think the egg has got a really bad rap. So from here, my little toast, if I wanted to make my full plate, I've got my greens underneath. I've got my beautiful omelette with my feta cheese in there, with my nacho cheese in there, and the 3 onion dip in there, and then my vitamin C sunshine for when I'm done. All of the products in here were just whole products. Super simple. You should be able to do this in 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't take any time at all. You know what? Eggs cook super fast. An idea for you to make sure it's all prepped. You can take jars, and I do this all the time. Yes, you can use these prep bowls going on, but I do find the jars work fabulously. I put 3 of them in the fridge. So 2 eggs in each one. I put that in there. We literally pull them out during the day and chuck them on a pan. There's nothing saying you can't have that just prepped in there. You can't have a jar of eggs. You know how expensive it is to go to the store and get a container of eggs? Liquid eggs? Why would you do that? Why would you not just take your eggs and keep your costs down and shake them and put them into your fridge like that? What would be the cost of this omelet? Oh, excellent breakfast pizza. That looks good really well too. So this is the whole breakfast section going on. So let's create an omelet. Let's see what their cost is of their overall omelet going on. Is $2.18. $2.18. All whole food. That is their whole meal, was including the toast, the greens, and the omelet. So in their excellent breakfast, they got an excellent breakfast pizza going on here, recipes in here. I love the cake bowl, page 63. If you like a hot breakfast with an oat, with a cakey type thing, that is fabulous to do. Fabulous. The breakfast cake oat is beautiful. The quick oats work wonderful in it. And they also have a phenomenal waffle recipe, homemade waffle recipe, really simple. And as again, Epicure is all cookware. So they have that aspect. If you want to look at the cookware again, they're really into the silicone end of it. Nice, quick, easy. We got steamers. We got everything coming up. What is, I do want to look at, because this is an item that if you do win a prize package, I highly suggest you order this one. So this is their chef's knife. This is their 8-inch slicer knife. It's their contour knife. The only reason I'm saying that is I got this little paring knife, and this sucker is like the best knife ever. Like, it is just slicey. Love it, love it, love it. So then they've brought out the 8-inch knife. And again, I would be looking at ordering this if I was one of my prize winners. If you don't have one. Beautiful knives. Great handles. Easy hold. Yeah. Tells you all about the knife, all about the design. So here it is. Prize is coming. The prizes come through what you want, though. We are ordering. I know that we've got Shannon's going to put an order in because we've got her prize. We're going prizes today. I will let you know the winner is, and I'll let you know that amount, and then we can get into that link and we can go and order cookware. You can order food. You can order scoops. You can order whatever you want in there, but I will get in there today doing all of those prizes. Like I said yesterday, I had a little bit of an internet thing going on, so I've had a challenge with that. It's working it out today, and I just saw Telus drive down my road one more time. So they will be back all day on and off, so I'll be getting the videos up as well. So thank you very much for coming to the Build Your Omelet. We're on the Good Food Real Fast program. If you're looking to get that program guide, truenorthwestacademy.ca. You can just click in there. It's right in the product in the top. You don't have to buy anything else. It's just the program guide. I'm also putting extra recipes and stuff up in the Epic 30 Reset Bubble 2021. We have Kara Kama in today. She's going to be doing an upper body. She's got a couple things. Oh, okay. Her and Jacob are doing mud pie. You know what I'd be doing with that mud? You know where I'd be slinging that mud pie. Didn't say that. So I'm going to be watching them and try and see how that mud pie turns out for them. In the last bubble when they challenged me, two of my ladies challenged me to make pumpkin and mud pie at the same time. So not fair. So let's see how these two do at making mud pie this afternoon. We'll see you guys in the events. Have a good day. I am going to do a pop-up workout video, so I'll see you in a bit on that, and we will see you throughout the Epic Reset. Have a good one.